Hey everybody, it's Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and welcome to this episode of Behind the Mask. Before we get started, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. A lot of people that do watch this aren't subscribed yet, so if you can, please hit that subscribe button right there, I think. So it's not up top, it's down here. Um, and I really would appreciate the fact that you do that. It helps keep me motivated to keep these videos going, and it helps you keep M.a.s.k alive. So thank you for that. Today's episode is a humbling one, and I um I was taken back a little while ago when Chris Sizemore made this figure of me based off of a photo that I had that Brian Kerouac took, and it made me into a figure. I have a I live outside of Philadelphia, and I'm a huge Phillies fan. And Brian's a huge Mets fan too, so it's a weird dynamic because we should be mortal enemies, but we're not. We're really good internet friends, and I really hope that we can get a baseball game in soon. I would love just to hang out with him, um, but that's not that's not today's topic. Today's topic: Todd Raphael. Todd, there was a little bit of time where he was going through and making figures and vehicles based off of people that were keeping M.a.s.k alive, like myself and some others. And he made this whole elaborate kind of design here based around that photo, that character that Brian put together, and the figure that Chris Eisman put together as well. So what I want to do here is look at it a little bit closer and get to really understand exactly what I have here, because I'm really just kind of taken back by this, and the fact that somebody took the time to sculpt me. And it's hard because uh, look, I don't like to be humble or anything like this, but I am the best looking person in the world. So when you try to scale it down to, you a mass size figure, it's hard to do. But I think Todd really nailed this. And it's hard, Todd, you did a great job. You captured the essence of me perfectly, and the entire aspect of the uniform. Uh, I just hope that your later subjects aren't as hard to translate down. Because obviously, again, as the best looking person in the world, that's hard to do, but you did a great job. But let's get to the light box. Let's take a look at the figure and the vehicle that Todd made. All right, so let's dig into the figure here. So one of the new features they have for the light box is this fancy lazy Susan here. So that way there, my hands don't get in the way of showing you what we have. So that's a positive. But here is me. Now, I have the photo here based off of what the overall figure was that Brian Kerouac made. And I have the artwork, and then here is the 3.75 G.I. Joe figure that Chris Eisner made as well. You can see it in the corners. This one here is the mass scale figure that Todd made. And unprompted, nobody asked, he made it. And again, I just kind of taken back by the fact that I'm looking at this here, and I don't know, it's just very, I think I said this earlier, humbling, but I appreciate the fact that I'm able to do this and review a figure that is me. So let's get into it here. You can see the headband, the glasses, and the incredibly good-looking face, hair. It's all perfect, just like me. and you have the mask that was also made as well. If you're not familiar with like the whole dynamic of this, is the Phillies mascot is the Philly Fanatic. Brian is a Mets fan from New York. I'm a Phillies fan from Philadelphia. We're supposed to be mortal enemies, but we're not. And it just kind of like transpired in the way it did. And Brian, respected the fact that I liked what I liked and he liked what he liked. And I love the fact that that is the case. It's just it's a good indication that he's not a monster, so to speak, like all the other Mets fans out there. Generalizing, of course, but yeah, I don't know, Todd. You did something here that, again, I just kind of like. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, what is this? How did this happen? And now that I have it tangibly in my hands to be able to review it and put it in my collection, it's a huge honor. So here we have the figure. The colors are a little bit lighter than what they are in the 3.75 figure and the photo itself, but I don't care about that. I love actually the lighter coloring here. It's a good aspect. It really helps a lot of the uniform pop and really come off of the white that is the background here. The hard part, I would have imagined, would have been the headband, and that's where the photo kind of originated from. The Phillies are giving away this stupid headband at the game I went to with my father and my brother. It was one of the last ones I've been to with them since the pandemic, and I haven't been to since. Hoping to soon, but the headband, my dad wouldn't wear it, so I was like, I'll wear this stupid thing. I don't care, And I put it on. I look ridiculous, and obviously still good looking, but ridiculous, and just it's a good memory. It was a really great day, and I'm glad I'm able to capture it in that photo and then have it translate into everything else that has transpired. But the figure itself, it's perfect scaling for the mask sizing, and you have great detail here on the hair. The headband, I can't even imagine how hard that was to do. And then the rest of the actual figure itself, you have the P here. That's for Philadelphia. You can see that there, and Phillies. The colors are really well done. I don't know if figures or what like how this was put together, but I'm not going to question it because it's amazing. My Chris Sizemore version of the myself doesn't have a mask that comes off, and it's not. And I don't care about that at all. But this one does have one that comes off and on, and this one goes on. And yes, somebody pointed out in comments before I looked like Hubert. I 100% see that, but if you don't know who the Philly Fanatic is, you don't really understand the reference. So here he is. Love the detail. I love the aspect of the fact that the mask is removable, and I love the fact that there's also a vehicle tied to this figure as well called the schmidty. And if you don't know what that reference is, that is reference to Mike Schmidt, who was the greatest third baseman to ever play baseball. So we can argue that point if you want in the comments, but let's take a look at the vehicle that Todd put together as well. And this is based off of another whole thing, and I know he didn't make a scratch, but I still appreciate the fact that it's a thing, and I get to add it to my collection behind me. Alright, so here we have the schmidty, and I believe this is from Paw Patrol. I think that's what it's called. I don't know who actually drove it in the show or anything along those lines, but you can see some of the things here still, and whatever, that's fine. There's some of the coloring here. If this was like I might maybe paint this a different color, maybe more Phillies blue. Maybe I'll get to that at some point, but this is what was created, and this is what I have for myself at the beginning, of everything here. There I am there on the top. But let's open it up. And it turns into an aero carrier. Oh. I'm gonna have to pull this thing back here a little bit. I'm gonna ruin the illusion here. That's my ultimate weapon. But we have a baseball that fires off here, and still have the primary spot where the captain would sit. I don't know. It's just a cool aspect. Like it's an entire vehicle and playset in itself made for m.a.s.k, but made 30 years later. So whoever made this, whoever designed this, was a visionary, and Todd saw that and really understood it. Now I'm gonna turn this here. The only drawback of the entire vehicle, well, this up a little bit, is that the turret doesn't turn. But I'm really gonna make that a downside. Let's see how it fires. So I slowed that down. Hopefully you saw it. It was very effective, and it's a baseball. So it's pretty cool. We're gonna give it one more test now here. We got some m.a.s.k agents ready to go. T-Bob is freaking out, as he always does. And let's get a nice shot. What's our target gonna be? I just can't think of one. Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. So we're gonna see if the little baseball here has enough power to take that down. Put your guesses in the comments below there and let me know. I missed on that one. Gotta readjust, and we are gonna make direct contact. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, we did it. We took it down. Congratulations. It is really weird. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at myself in a action figure form, and I've been trying to keep m.a.s.k into the forefront for a long time, since 2001. And if it wasn't for everybody else that was along for the ride and join the ride, and join the bandwagon, so to speak, I wouldn't be motivated to do this. And Todd, you sorry, I appreciate it very much. And there are a lot of other people that have larger collections or have done more than I have, but I'm humbled at the aspect of not just having one, but two figures, two. And I'm reluctant to let my son play with it because I don't want to break it. Um, we're close, guys. Everybody, we're close. Keep keep pushing forward. Look at CFCB Unlimited. Look at Ramen Toys. Look at the customizers. Matt-Trakker and Customs. You have M.a.s.k USDA. You have Cliff Dagger. Look at all of them. They're all doing things. Make sure you patronize them if you can. If you don't have to, but if you can do it, make sure you do. There's a lot of things to look forward to, and I'm really hoping that we have more to celebrate as we keep moving forward in time. If you have any questions about this figure or the vehicle that Todd made here, obviously I know he didn't make it from scratch, but if you have any questions about it in general, let me know in the comments. I will do my best to answer them. And as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to help keep m.a.s.k alive. And this is Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and I'll talk to you later. Spectrum's got such super vision.